Good morning, it's Michelle. Welcome back. It's been about a week and a half, I guess, since I've been on. I'm still recovering from my shoulder surgery, so forgive the way I look because I literally can't do anything with my hair at this point because I can't lift my arm. So just getting a clip in is kind of you know, I want to see. So anyway, today I thought I'd hop on here and talk to you a little bit about something that I have been struggling with probably since last July, and I really didn't let on a whole lot in my videos since then, just because I had to work on it internally myself. But now that I feel like I'm making progress, I thought I'd share a little bit with you. As you know, I started on my own self-care, self-help, self-improvement journey probably almost 18 months ago now. Would have been like last January 2017, and I was doing fabulous. I had completely changed my outlook on life. I was so happy. I had goals. My dreams were starting to manifest. I had lost 30 pounds. Again, not really trying, just the self-care. It started happening because I started looking at myself differently and taking care of myself. No diet per se. And then my world started falling apart little by little, which I think is something we see a lot of. And I don't want to throw religion in here because I don't want to offend anybody, but it seems like that's what happens in our lives. You know, we start improving ourselves and things start going great, and the devil just wants to come in there and say, oh no, not today, I'm gonna mess with you. I started falling apart back when my dog died in last May 2017, and then little by little things just started happening. July, I lost my father, and we all know that was a very tumultuous time in my life because of the not good relationship I had with my father. And then I let go of all those negative feelings and hatred and that I was feeling towards certain people, and I left it go, and I started doing better again. I was back to work, and my dreams started coming true for the move to Florida. I survived 7 deaths in my family and friends in 2017. So I thought, 2018 has to be my year. It just does. Beginning of the year, I lost an uncle. Again, it was my father's side though, and at that point I had just written that whole family off. I literally just emancipated myself from that family. And it's a good thing, trust me. They're just not good people. And then I was already in Florida at that point. Being down here in Florida without my husband was tough. My husband and I have a relationship that you'll just never understand. It's so perfect. It is. I think it's perfect. It's perfectly a mess some days, but it's still perfect for us. 7 weeks without him caused me to backslide a little bit. I started eating for comfort, living off of those just horrible foods like soda and macaroni and cheese, anything that, you know how carbs work. Carbs fulfill you. They do. I will give them that. That's one good thing about carbs, is they make you feel fulfilled, at least with me. But I put on 30 pounds. I hate my job. I just hate it. And I've spoke so much on this channel about how I love my industry, being in travel. But each day that I sat in that office, I felt like I was in prison. I felt like the life was just being sucked out of me. I'm still employed by them, although, I am still I'm not cleared to go back to work at this point. In fact, I should have my immobilizer on right now, but I'm allowed to keep it off while I'm sitting. So I am looking for work because I am completely miserable with the job. So there's been, then when those things happen, like I gained all the weight back that I'd lost, every pound. every freaking pound. And then all the stuff that was happening to me physically. I've had the skin cancer, I've had the bone grafting, now I've had the shoulder surgery, I've had the false crap with the mammogram. It put me in a funk. It really put me in a funk. Once I was brought home from the hospital and couldn't do anything, like I couldn't move for the first week. I just sat on the chair. And I was binge watching whatever I could, you know, pull up on the TV that looks semi-interesting. Actually, I stay away from the television. I use Netflix pretty much all the time because I can't deal with advertising. Ugh. It's like my biggest pet peeve is advertising. I started falling into a self-pity attitude. Like, why is this happening to me? People, pity me. Come take care of me. Because I don't have anybody to take care of me. Mike has to work. He's new at his job. He can't get time off. My kids work full time. They can't come take care of me. So I sat here just feeling sad and depressed. So after all my blah blah introduction, what I wanted to talk about today was how to overcome your setbacks, because I finally turned that corner again. I got out of my funk. I'm starting to feel my positive vibes and my positive attitude come back as of this morning. I'm down 6 pounds from last week, the end of last week, like when did I finally say enough, Michelle, and kick myself in the ass? Probably Thursday or Friday. My days all run together at this point, and this is currently Tuesday, July 31st. So I'm going to the doctor today, which is why I actually put makeup on for the first time in 2 weeks. Hopefully my stitches can come out today because they are annoying. They literally poke through my shirt. How annoying is that? When I don't have a shirt on, it looks like I got flies stuck all over me. It's disgusting. So anyway, oh my God, I just start rambling. So when I was toying with, you know, what to talk about this morning, I started writing down how I am still overcoming the setbacks. Because again, I had a lot of them. And then the biggest one for me this year was losing my stepfather. There are still days where I weep. It's so hard losing parents. It really is. And to lose 2 fathers within 10 months, I have no words. I mean, it's just, yeah, I have no words. But anyway, I came up with 4 steps for overcoming when you have a setback. We're all gonna have setbacks. We're not just gonna start on a journey and just keep going up and up and up and up and up and never fall back down. It's just, we're not perfect. Our world is not perfect. And the more we have those setbacks, the more we can grow and take bigger leaps forward. So the first thing I thought was I needed to remember my own self-worth. You need to remember what you're worth. There is no one out there on this planet that is more important than you, who does work that is more important to you. Yeah, you sit there in your chair watching YouTube and you're thinking, well, somebody who's performing brain surgery is probably doing work that's more important than me. Yeah, maybe for that person in front of them, but you have just as much worth on this planet. You don't realize how you can affect the people around you and the lives that you can touch. Don't think you have to be doing something awesome and measuring yourself by what the world out there thinks makes you a great person. You're beautiful. You're worth more than what you think you're worth, and you have to concentrate on that. You got to go back to that looking in the mirror every day and saying, I love you. You are awesome. You're going to kick butt today. Today's going to be a fabulous day. Go get them, girl or guy. You're worth so much more than what you ever give yourself credit for. Just remember that. Number 2, if you've started on that journey, like I said, we're talking about setbacks. We're not talking about start from square one. We're talking about you've achieved some stuff, but then you fell backwards. You have to remember when you've fallen backwards, the point where you were at before that happened. Remember that high feeling, that feeling of just being on cloud nine. I had it. I had it. There were times during the journey that I was on where I would cry out of happiness. And I'm not a crier, but because I was changing, I was opening up to so many more feelings. And I was just so happy because I could see things changing in me, and I could see things changing in my world, my own life, that it put me on such a high. It's hard to explain, but it was literally a feeling of high. But if you've been there, remember what that feeling felt like. Remember what that feeling felt like. Remember what that felt like. To feel that way and go for that again. Tell yourself, I want that back. I want that feeling back again. Number 3, go back to practicing the self-love, taking care of you. Not in a narcissistic, the world revolves around me kind of way. It's just the little things. Take the 5 minutes. Make yourself a cup of tea, sit quietly. Just relish being in the moment. For those of us in the northern hemisphere, it's summertime. Get outside. Feel the ground beneath your bare feet. They call it earthing. It's a thing. I love it. I can't do it where I live because of too many fire ants around here in Florida, but I go to the beach and I feel the sand and the earth beneath my feet. Maybe you like giving yourself facials. Maybe you like treating yourself to a manicure or pedicure, or even doing a manicure pedicure at home. Take the time every day and practice one tiny little act of self-love. Even if it's 2 minutes of just sitting in stillness. You got to do it every day. And then every day for 30 days, it becomes a habit. And that helps with your, I'm just so tongue-tied. That helps with your self-worth as well. And then the last thing that I had thought of was being aware of your surroundings. Who are you surrounding yourself with? And what are your living conditions? Are you a dirty person? Are you a hoarder? Make your world around you beautiful. It doesn't take a lot of money. It may take a little elbow grease if you do have a lot of dirt and filth around, and maybe getting rid of some stuff. Your home should be like a sanctuary for you. It should be comforting. Beautiful. Again, you don't need to go out and spend a bunch of money. Sometimes less is more. The people you surround yourself with, are they negative? Are they constantly criticizing? Unload those people. Just unload them. The music you're listening to, are you listening to music that is happy and upbeat and uplifting? Or are you listening to music that is angry? Everything you have around you can be an influence on you mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically. So that's kind of all I wanted to ramble back today. Again, I'm still working on my major setback from this year, and I'm feeling so much better. I'm not binge watching anymore. I'm actually able to function a little bit around here, although it's still with just one arm. But I'm gonna have to drive today. Which is going to be, I'm a little scared because the people, I live in a big city here, and these people are crazy. These people are just crazy on the roads out here. So at least I have an automatic transmission. I have to like reach across to move my gear shift, but I practiced. I went up to Publix, which is only like a mile and a half up the road the other day, and I did do okay. Fortunately, I have a small car, and it's not like I have a big truck, and I got to do this a lot with the steering wheel. My movements are fairly small with a smaller car. I couldn't probably drive Mike's 4Runner right now, but I got to drive like 17 miles to get to the surgeon through some rough traffic areas. But I'm sure I will be fine, and hopefully he gives me some good news, because I'm starting to bruise. 2 weeks later, I'm getting bad bruising both sides of the arm. It's yellow, it's black, it's purple, it's ugh. So yeah, I think that's all I have to tell you. I'll get back to you once I know a little more about my arm, and hopefully another video very, very soon. Have a fabulous day, and remember, you're awesome. Bye.